Welcome back to another video with Kids Art Lab. And if this is your first time joining us, please consider liking the video and subscribing to the channel. What are we making?
A chicken.
A chicken?
Yeah.
What do we need for a chicken?
We're going to need some black, red, orange, and yellow, and a little bit of brown.
Okay. Well, we're going to be using our acrylic markers today. You do not have to use these, and in fact, you can use whatever you have laying around the house or the classroom. And please make sure you stay till the end because we learned some pretty interesting facts about chickens that we wanted to share.
Yep.
All right, let's get started. Chicken. All right, let's start with the head, and that'll be right here. Now we're gonna make kind of a bell shape. So let's start with a bell shape, and it'll come down and end something like that. Okay, good. And then what I like to do is we're gonna make some of these kind of like sharp lines, like triangles, and we're gonna just connect the two sides together. Something like that. Good. Okay, let's work on the body now, and we wanna make sure we don't get too close to the bottom because we have to leave room for the legs. So maybe like something like this, and then up. Good. Okay, and then we're also going to bring this one down, and we don't want to bring them to a point, but bring them close together. Okay, and then we're going to do 1, 2, 3 for like the tail feathers.
Okay.
Okay, and then we'll do a wing, and let's put that right here, and we're gonna bring this to a point, kind of a rounded point. Okay, and then lastly for the wing we're gonna do this, this, and this. Okay, and now we're gonna go like this and like this to make like the look of some feathers. Okay, and now we're gonna do this and this for the bottom, for the legs. Okay, now the legs are gonna be like 3 toes. So we're gonna do 1, 2, 3, and up. Okay, and try and duplicate that again. 1, 2, 3, and again, if we're going too fast, you can always slow down the video or pause it for a second, right?
Yep.
Okay. All right, let's work on the face just a little bit now. So we'll put a couple eyes right here, and we'll color this in once we get a little further down the road, but we are getting very close to fast forwarding. Okay, and of course it wouldn't be complete without a beak. Okay, and then we have, I forget what they call it, I think it's like a gizzard, kind of hangs off the bottom of their beak. We'll have to look that up.
If you've ever seen a turkey or if you have a chicken, you know what this is.
Okay, and then what we're going to do is we're going to do the hair. We'll call it chicken hair.
Baka.
1, 2, 3.
With the top, with the chicken hair, it almost copies this right here, the tail.
Right. Yep, there's 3 there. It does look like the same. Very good. Okay, I think we got a little time left. Why don't we do this? Let's do some like little eggs that appear to just to have hatched. So I'm gonna do like a half moon. Okay, and then I'm gonna do another one right above it. So I'm just gonna kind of like flip-flop it. something like that. And then let's put a little chicken guy in there, a little chick. This, and then a little beak. Good, I love it. You want to do one more?
Sure.
Okay, I'm going to do one over here. So same thing. I'm going to start up here, and I'm going to do a kind of like a broken egg. Okay, and same on the bottom.
And then the little chickie.
Yeah, a little chicken guy in there. Okay, and then circle, circle, and then a couple eyes, and a beak. And that'll make a little more sense once we color it in.
I'm going to call it Bob, Larry, and Jerry.
Bob, Larry, and Jerry.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's time to fast forward and bring them to life.
Yeah! Alright, we are back from fast forwarding, and I think the chicken turned out great.
Yeah, that little chicken family all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Tell me what you did.
So we did red for the hair, we did yellow for the face, and then just some orange for the body. And then I named mine Jerry, Larry, and Bob.
All right. Well, I like the same colors that you use, so I use the same ones.
Alright.
Now, we also promised some facts about chickens. What did you learn about them?
I learned that they can memorize 10 different faces of chickens and humans.
How many?
100.
100. Wow, they're pretty smart then.
Yep.
Well, I learned that they can make up to 30 different sounds with their voice. So when they're walking around and communicating with each other. And also they can communicate with the chicks who are still in the egg to teach them how to communicate before they even hatch.
That's how they learned how to do peep.
Well, what else do we have to do?
We have to sign our picture!
Well, we want to thank you for joining us for another creation with Kids Art Lab.
I hope you had fun drawing your chicken and peeps, and we hope to see you next time. Bye!
Bye for now.